I'm Sean O'Brien. We're here in Tullow, County Carlow. Probably a couple of strings in our farming system. One is calf to beef, as you can see here behind us. These are calves that we reared a couple of months ago now, and they'll go into the shed probably the next 2 or 3 weeks and bring them straight through to finishing probably next Halloween roughly. Then we have the finishers that are obviously last year's cattle. They'll come in now in the next week or two as well, depending on weather conditions. And hopefully have all those finished by Christmas of this year, because they're probably 40, 50, 60 kilos back on where they should be, just with the conditions they got at the start of last season, and then the grass growth this year. And then we've about 30 suckler cows, predominantly of Belgian Blue Cross, Shorthorn Cross, Charlie Cross cows, using a limousine bull and a hybrid bull, so trying to get as good a quality into the weaning as we possibly can. So the breeding in the hybrid bull he's an on the buff bull, so he's blue father and an EBY mother, which again brings a bit of colour. So he's a Roni type bull, and he's a young bull. I only had put two cows in calf to him last season because he was so young, so had 2 great calves after them and brought colour straight away into the herd. And I know all the colour kind of thing it was in vogue last year and the year before. It's probably dying out a little bit now, but the quality, I suppose, of the calves is what I'm most concerned about. And I just done a bit of homework, I suppose, before I bought him, and he's worked out well now. So I've 3 heifers calved down to him already this year. He's an easy calving bull, which is priority 2 for me. I don't want to be jacking or having too much hardship around calving. First thing is the docility of the animal. They're very quiet, as you see. They're calm. So all the heifers that we would have had this year that are a bit more shapy or bigger animals, I would have sex teamed into EBY, predominantly because I know it's a heifer calf, so it's not going to be a monster. And secondly, I have something that's bred really well out of it, and if it's good enough, I might keep as a cow replacement going forward, and if it's not, at least you have something very decent to sell on. I suppose the plan going forward is to kind of keep a manageable number of Hereford cattle, probably 30 to 40 max, and keep bringing them on for finishing, and then just get quality in the sucklers that I have. We're definitely not going to grow to any more cows in the sucklers. Just have 20 to 30 really good quality cows and produce a top class weaning if possible. Whatever stock we have it done as well as possible. Not to keep any, I suppose with these, I said you always have 4 or 5 that mightn't make the grade, and would sell them on the back end and keep the good ones and finish them out. When these go into the shed, they'll still get 1.5 kilos of meal every day up until Christmas probably, and then they'll get a little bit of maize with their silage from then on till the time to go out. But it's important, I found it's important the last 2 years to keep the meal into them while they're young, and it's a standstill at the very back end. I know costs and stuff of meal are high, but it's worked last year and the year before, so I'm going to stay at that now and make sure that they still get the quality feeding that I need to get them to a good place for this time next year. I'm coaching now up in Leinster, and probably leave the house about 5 in the morning, up there at 6, back home at 4 or 5 in the evening, and then farm for a few hours when possible. But little 6.5-month-old baby boy now, Jack, so he's taking priority now as well, so I need to be able to manage my time as well as I can. But I enjoy farming. I've always enjoyed farming. It's something that I get a lot out of, and while it's quite difficult at the minute in the current climate, I think farming, it's still something I want to stay involved in and try and do as best I can at.